welcome to this new video called Trimming the Fat, Sifting the Gold for Scaling. Well, now that you know how to analyze your Facebook ads data, well, it's now I'm going to show you how to start trimming the fat and, preparing all the land for your scaling. This is going to be a short and sweet video. I'm just going to tell you and walk through some very, very key concepts so you can start optimizing your campaigns and, of course, prepare the land for your scaling method. Okay, so remember, as I've told you in the previous video, it's all about letting the data tell you the story, guys. It's all about seeing the numbers. Numbers never lie. Don't base your decisions on hunches, as I said in the previous video, or anything like that. Just let the numbers tell you the story. Okay, we've already went through how to analyze this number, so you can start optimizing and basing your decisions on the key performance indicators underlying that training. Remember, the first one, the most important one, is CPA. You want to aim for, I'm just going to make a brief summary of those. Aim for 100% ROI on the front end, and that is by taking the average order value divided by 2, and that should be the number you need to aim for as your cost per acquisition. Very, very doable and very easy to achieve it with this clickbank offers. I mean, it's pretty easy for even with competitive markets like weight loss and everything. If you position yourself, your offer, and your ad in the way we taught you in the whole course, it's very easy to aim to achieve that 100% ROI on the front end and have the CPA at half of average order value. Okay. Of course, your CTR, remember your click-through rate from ad and lender, make it a goal for your ad to be, between 2 to 3% at the very least, and your lender above 50%, okay? That's very, very important for you to get considered even a winner, and consider that specific ad set, a candidate for scaling, okay? Remember also the cost per click needs to be less than $2. That's a little bit higher, but for tier 1 countries, and I'm assuming here competitive markets, like weight loss or personal development or internet marketing, whatever, you need to aim for less than $2, $1, $1.50, and less than that, of course, is amazing, would be amazing for that. Other countries, like if you are doing worldwide or whatever, well, you're gonna have like 25 cents, 50 cents, that's completely doable cost per click, okay? But you want to keep it at that level so you can still make tons of profit. Remember your CPM also, the lower the CPM, the best your campaign is performing. Remember, the higher click-through rate, the lower is going to be your CPC, and your CPM is also going to be lower. Remember also, CPM is based on the level of competition in the specific market you are in. The more competition, the higher is going to be your CPM. So the better you need to be at increasing your click-through rate, and that is done through your images and creatives, video, images, and also through the positioning of your ad copy. That's very, very important. The right angle, the right positioning, following the 6 steps on the copywriting formula I showed you, well, then you're going to have great chances of lowering your CPM, and then, of course, increasing all those KPIs, the click-through rate, lowering your CPC, and thus outbidding your competition, so you can start preparing yourself for scaling. Okay, your initiate checkouts also, remember, you got to aim for at least 10 to 20% from total hops leads per ad set. Remember, on ClickBank, you're going to see in your dashboard the column referred as hops. Well, we refer also to leads. Someone who clicks on your call to action button from your lender to click through to watch the VSL, that's also considered leads. So let's say you have 100 hops or leads. Well, you want to have at least 10 to 20 people get to the checkout page, initiate checkout. Okay, that's a good sign that the offer it's going to convert, and that is converting, as a matter of fact, for you to start scaling. Otherwise, never start scaling something that it's not even profitable. Okay, we know that. That's logic. And of course, leads also have to be less than $2 for tier one countries. Remember, these are but people who click on your ad, get to your lender, but also click on your call to action button. Aim for less than $2 for tier one countries. Of course, worldwide campaigns are you're gonna have you can get leads for as as cheap as 50 cents, 25 cents, or even less, depending on your market again. And of course, the landing page views, you wanna aim for at least 90% out of total outbound clicks. Like for example, if you have 100 clicks from your ad to your landing page, well, at least you need to have 90 people get to your landing page views. I've talked about this in the Facebook ads data video. You really need to optimize your landing page to load as quickly as possible. Loading times are absolutely crucial for the good performance of your campaigns. I would say that more than 6 seconds for loading, it's gonna completely mess up with your campaign. Okay, if people aren't, again, remember, it all goes back to the attention span. Human beings, we have 8 seconds. Like people, they don't want to be bothered with a page that's loading for it takes more than 6 seconds to load. That's a lot of time. I would say always aim for less than 3 seconds. Okay, at most 3 seconds. Okay, for loading times. All my pages, they load in less than 3 seconds, and my landing page view ratio compared to my outbound clicks is way. I mean, it's almost 100%. It's 97%, 99%, almost all the time. So aim for that. Okay, guys. Now let's continue. Now you want to let your initial test run for at least 48 to 72 hours. Okay. I'm gonna talk more about this because we're gonna do campaign budget optimization moving forward, and in this specific video I'm gonna talk about in depth, and I'm gonna show you the magic of campaign budget optimization and why is the go-to option right now to set up your budget, okay, at the campaign level. But the algorithm takes a little bit of time. It doesn't optimizes right away in the first 24 hours. So at least you want to let them run for 48 to 72 hours to see the patterns, to see which ad sets and audiences are converting the best for you, and to start making decisions based on all those KPIs and performance in order for you to know if you're going to scale or not. Okay. Now, you have to shut down losers. When do I consider losers? Well, this is very personal, and it has all to do with your comfort level, guys. To me, I in my specific markets, I like to go 3 to 4 times CPA. So let's say my cost per acquisition, my CPA is $50, right? Like if we go back, that means that my average order value would be $100, right? And if I'm aiming for 100% ROI, well, it has to be my cost per acquisition on the front end has to be half of it, my average order value. So it's $100 divided by 2. Well, that's $50. Okay, so I would multiply that by 3 or by 4. So whether it's by 3 would be $150. By 4, $200 before I shut down any specific ad set. Okay, guys, that is me, and that is my comfort level, because I know the power of CBO, which I'm going to talk about later, and that's why I'm comfortable to go a little bit up, spend a little bit more, because many times, an ad set, well, it doesn't start performing very well on the first 24 hours, but then after 36 hours, it completely shifts and explodes and start performing really well and get me conversions. Probably after 36 hours has already spent $150. Well, but maybe in hour 37, well, it starts making me conversions. That's why, I'm comfortable spending that, because I know the power of CBO, and I'm going to talk more about it in a bit. Well, make it a habit to leverage Facebook's artificial intelligence and machine learning using campaign budget optimization and dynamic creative. Okay, with dynamic creatives, remember, guys, this is very, very, very important. Now, Facebook is literally begging you and screaming to you, hey, give me the most amount of creatives possible, both in video and in images, for all placements, sizes, and to leverage all placements. Because with dynamic creatives, Facebook is always going to optimize and find you the best combination possible, both of ad copy and creatives, and print your ad on that placement that it's going to give you the lowest cost per acquisition, CPA, and of course the highest number of conversion, whether that's Facebook news feed, Instagram news feeds, Instagram stories, Facebook stories, audience networking, stream videos, right column, yada yada. That's why you want to leverage the power of dynamic creative, because that's the and all placements. But now literally all my campaigns, I don't do edit placements anymore. I do all placements, because I know the power of this to combine, and I just do creatives, build creatives for all placements and all sizes, and that has given me a great result. So I really, really recommend you do the same thing. Now with CBO, always analyze data at the ad set level. Don't take decisions or base your decisions on the campaign level. Of course, you want to really want to see how it's performing overall, but you're going to see that many times. Like, for example, let's say you're aiming for a CPA or cost per result of $50, like in this example, and at the campaign level you see your CPA, it's probably, who knows, like $110. Well, that's super high. And you would think, well, the campaign is not performing really well. But if you go to the ad set level, then you would see that probably you have 5 ad sets. 2 of them are under KP, under CPA, like probably they're doing $50 or $47, but the other 3 are at 114 or 120. Well, you would just shut down those 3 ad sets that are way underperformers, and let Facebook allocate the budget to the 2 that are giving you the CPA you're aiming for, like, which is $50 or less than that. And then you're going to see how at the campaign level, then when you shut down the other 2, Facebook are only going to allocate the budget to the winners, and your cost per result will go down. So make it always analyze data, a habit to analyze data and base your decisions at the ad set level. Okay. Again, I'm gonna go through more detail about the advantages of CBO in a bit. Find winner creatives using your your dynamic creative breakdown columns. I'm gonna show you now a clear example. We're gonna do a demo on how to find winner creatives, so you're completely clear which ones are gonna be your winner creatives and which ones are you gonna use to scale for your scaling campaigns. And that's what we refer to trimming the fat. Okay, so we're gonna just take out the ones that probably they're making you sales well, but probably the cost per result for that specific creative is too high, right? So it's not under our KPI, so we just let out that creative, and we'll just use the ones that are making us sales on their KPIs, okay, under the ideal cost per result. And then we're gonna move winners to new campaigns to start scaling. Okay. After this video, you're gonna if you want to know how I do it, how do I scale, I'm gonna go in depth, and I'm gonna show you my scaling method called scaling to the moon, the 3 golden stages. That's the way I called my scaling method, and you're gonna be blown away by the process of it. Okay, it's gonna be super excited, so exciting for you guys. I think you're gonna love it, and if you follow that video to a T, well, you're gonna have amazing results, such as like the ones I've been getting. So yeah, I really encourage you. So after watching this video, you're gonna be ready, of course, and implementing these, you're gonna be ready to move on to that scaling process I underlined in that specific video. Now let me go to Facebook. Okay, let me show you. This is a specific ad I'm running right now, and as you can see on this specific offer, well, this is right on my cost per sold, my cost per purchase is right on spot. Because for this specific offer, my average order value is in between $150 and $160. Okay, for this specific offer I'm promoting. Now, if that's the case, well, and as you can see, I've with this only this specific ad, I've already gotten like 29 purchases at $71 per purchase. Okay, which is great, because if you divide 160 divided by 2, well, that's $80, and 150 divided by 2, well, that's $75. So I'm literally at 100% ROI on the front end, and probably a little bit higher only on the front end. We're not even considering upsells here. Okay, so this is right on spot. But let me take it a little bit deeper. Okay, if you go here to your breakdown, you're gonna see under dynamic creative, so we can start trimming the fat and just take your winner creatives to the scaling campaigns. You click here, and then you're gonna go first to image, video, and slideshow. Okay, now I'm gonna click here on results. Okay, and as you can see, my Instagram video is giving me it's the one that gave me the highest number of conversions at $72, which is great. And apparently you would say, well, this one is the best performer, right? Well, not exactly, guys. Well, it's of course it's a really, really good performer, because it's $72. It's under my permitted or my ideal cost per acquisition, which is $75. Okay, at 100% ROI. But look at this one. This is another one I've been using, and it got me already 12 purchases at a lower cost per result, $64. And as you can see, I got like way less, probably not double, but less than double, but way less impressions or reach than the previous one, and it's at a lower cost per result. So definitely these two are clear winners. Okay, whereas my image, if you can see here right below, it only has given me 2 purchases, but look at the cost per result. Okay, $104. I'm still under, I'm not losing money, of course, because I'm telling you my average order value is $150 or $160, but it's not ideal. Okay, I know I can do way better with my images. Okay, so what I would do is I would take this two, and I would probably discard this image and come up with another image for my scaling campaign. I add 2 new images based on this one, and just or probably I'll take some of the images in the video, including the video, and just come up with a new image. Okay, because I know I can get customers for this low already. Okay, now this is the importance of your breakdown and trimming the fat. This would be part of the fat, and I will just take it out, because I really know I can get to this level. And if this is increasing my cost per result, well, I'm gonna trim the fat, and I'm just gonna create another image that's gonna bring me this kind of results. Okay, and remember, coming up with new creatives, it's an ongoing process. Okay, it never ends. Now then, let's I'm gonna go to my ad copies. Okay, now this is amazing, because look at this. This is my ad copy. One of my my ad copies. This is another ad copy. Well, pretty similar, right? I mean, almost the reach is almost the same. Probably this one is getting a little bit more reach, but 14, 15, and my cost per sold is very similar. My ad spend 2, so $72, $70. Remember, my cost per sold, I'm aiming for $75 to $80 cost per sold. So I'm super happy about this result. So I'm gonna use both copies for my scaling ads. Okay, These are two different angles, okay? So I just would use two of them. But again, if you guys see that one of your copy is like making you, let's say this was only making me 3 and the cost per result was 120 or something, well, I would get rid of this one and just use this one and come up with another copy to add it with a different angle, probably that I haven't tried for my scaling campaigns. Next up, look at this. This is a clear example also. Like this headline is totally crushing it. Okay, this one is doing 27 purchases out of the 29 at $69. Okay, yes, it's got like more reach and everything, but still this one only 2 purchases at $104. Well, definitely I'm gonna get rid of this of this headline, and I'm going to come up with something probably very similar to this one, so I can have other options for my scaling campaign. But this is the way you would do your decisions. Okay, these are the numbers. You're seeing it, guys. The numbers never lie, and I'm following the same principles. My average order value, my CPA. I divide just my average order value divided by 2 just to aim for that 100% ROI on the front end. In this case, it's $75. I'm right, on spot here, and I'm just trimming the fat of the creatives that are not bringing me the numbers I'm looking for. Okay, that is the way you do it. You just take your winner creatives, your winner both images, videos, copies, headlines, and everything to your scaling campaigns. And I would say you should add a similar combo, new combo to the mix of that scaling campaign. I'm going to talk more about in depth in my scaling to the moon, the 3 golden stages, scaling video on that. So if you want to learn more about it, why is it so important to our more creatives, to your scaling campaigns, in addition to the winner ones, watch that video. Okay. Let me just go back to the presentation. Okay, so let's see. Now, let me talk about, the importance of campaign budget optimization versus ad set budget optimization. That image you're looking at, you can find it on Facebook. Like if you go to facebook.com or whatever, you do a Google search and you put the campaign budget optimization, what is it? Facebook, gives you this diagram on what is it all about. Okay, but let me explain. On the right hand side, you have campaign budget optimization, and on the left, without it. Okay, now on the left hand side, if you focus on that, it says with campaign budget optimization. Okay, now with ad set budget. Okay, if you set up your budget at the ad set level, which by the way is gonna disappear at the time of this recording on next year, early next year in February, I think, and the only way to go is gonna be campaign budget optimization. But regardless of that, I wanna just show you and prove you why you should always go with CBO moving forward. Okay, now as you can see in the slide with ad set budget optimization, each ad set works independent of each other. It has no real time of the budget performance or targeting of its neighboring ad set. No real time data. Okay, they are completely independent and they don't learn from each other. Okay, so in this case, as you can see, well, the campaign of each ad set, it's gonna spend $10 at set 1, 2, and 3, and regardless of its performance, it's going to spend all of the budget. Okay, with ad set budget optimization, it doesn't, Facebook doesn't care if the audience is converting or not. It's gonna spend the whole thing. Okay, because again, it has no real-time data about the budget, the performance, or targeting of its neighboring ad set. Okay, now with CBO, Facebook through the campaign controls the allocation of the budget at the ad set level. Okay, as you see, you set up on the left-hand side, you $10 per ad set. but that would mean you were just going to spend $30 in total. Well, if you put on the right hand side, you allocate your budget, if you put your budget at the campaign level, you put the same $30, well, Facebook is going to allocate the budget at the ad set level, and it's going to allocate it to the ad sets that Facebook considers are going to perform the best. Now, here's the difference. With CBO, the campaign actively monitors the performance of each ad set and its targeting. So here there's interdependence, whereas in ABO, there's no interdependence at all. It doesn't matter. There's no real data regarding of the ad set performance or its targeting. Okay, and in this one, the campaign cares about the performance of each ad set and its targeting. Okay, now CBO will attempt to allocate budget to the best performing ad set. Uses real-time data every day at the ad and ad set levels to attempt to place the spend in the most optimal way. Okay, as you can see in here on the right hand side, Facebook allocated $18 on the ad set number 2, which brought more conversions than with ABO. Ad set number 2 with ABO only brought a couple of 5 conversions or something, whereas on this one it allocated even more due to the performance. Now, as you can see, by doing that and by monitoring the performance of each ad set, it's targeting in real time every single day, both at the ad and the ad set level, well, the conversions increased by 50% with CBO. With ABO, only 10 conversions, and with CBO, with the same budget, it got 15 conversions. Okay, that alone should turn off a light bulb in your mind, guys. But let's take it a step deeper into what Facebook wants us to take from the previous illustration. Okay, again, in the first scenario, you saw ABO, $30 gets you 10 conversions, as I said. Now, in the second scenario, CBO got you the same $30 gets you 15 conversion, which is a 50% increase, guys. I mean, imagine that. CBO, and that is because CBO decided that in the time it took to spend that budget, ad set number 2 was giving better performance. Okay, it made real-time adjustment to which ad sets receive the budget, and on the other hand, using ad set budget optimization and fixed budgets, you are missing out on additional conversion from ad set number 2. Okay, you saw it here. Sorry, you saw it here. Like, look, ad set number 2, you only made a very small amount of conversion, whereas you see with CBO, it allocated the budget based on its performance for that specific date, which brought 50% more conversions. Okay, this is just amazing how the way CBO performs, and that's what I refer to machine learning and artificial intelligence. Because with ABO, there's no artificial intelligence, there's no machine learning, because there's no real-time optimization and monitoring of the ad and ad set performance, and of course the targeting. There's no interdependence. Thus, Facebook is going to spend the budget regardless if it's a good performer or if not. Whereas with CBO, there's interdependence, there's real-time monitoring of the targeting of the performance of the ad set. Thus, it's going to allocate the budget to those ad sets or ad set that's going to give you the higher amount of conversions every single day. Okay? Does it work 100% of the times? Well, I mean, if everything was, rainbows and and unicorns, well, everything would work 100% of the time. But again, we will all depend on a lot of variables: your funnel structure, your competition, your offer, and your analytical abilities. Okay, this is super, super, super important. That's why we're teaching you throughout this course how to position your funnel, how to position your ad, your offer, your landing page, how to choose the right offer, which markets are highly competitive, but at the same time highly that bring you a lot of conversion and profits. Okay, so it's but it's very, very, very important that you do it this way. Okay. Now, in my video again on scaling, my scaling method, I go deeper on how, if you have the right if you already have a proven high converting funnel with everything we've discussed about copy and our positioning, and you've already have proven campaigns, or you're gonna see how CBO is gonna dramatically increase your profits versus ABO. Okay. Finally, are you ready to scale? I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it again and again and again. Always, guys. Always let data tell you the story. Okay, I've already shown you in that demo, the numbers never lie. The numbers are right there for you to take, and for you, that ad spend, even if you think you're losing money, where you're really investing in data. Okay, that's you gotta dive deep into your breakdown and start trimming the fat, because you're gonna find winners in there already in your testing phase, and then which you can use later on to scale based on the numbers and KPIs I'm telling you in this video, and of course in the analyzing your Facebook ads data video. Okay, very, very important. Analyze your numbers based on KPIs benchmark, again given in the analyzing your Facebook ads data video. Okay, we'll already cover that. Remember, run your test for at least 48 to 72 hours before even scaling. Okay. Remember, CBO takes a little bit of time. Not always is you're gonna have the best performance on the first 24 hours. Let Facebook, remember, as I went through in before, because there's real-time data optimization and analysis and everything, and interdependence between assets with CBO. Let the campaign do its thing. Okay, give it a little bit of time, be patient. Okay, and you're gonna see, if you let it run for at least 48 to 72 hours, you're gonna get the best results, and then make your decisions based on your numbers. Of course, leverage Facebook's artificial intelligence and machine learning. Okay, remember, again, with CBO, the campaign will allocate the budget to your best performing assets. So trust the process. Facebook algorithm, machine learning is just massively powerful. Okay, so just let it do its job. Literally, Facebook is giving it's telling you, give me your best creatives, give me your best ad copies and everything, and your best funnel, and we'll do the heavy lifting for you. And it's true. That's why your job is to come up with super high converting copy that really resonates with your audience, positions yourself as an authority, and builds relatability with them and credibility, and then closes the sale right from your ad. And then of course you're gonna have the high click-through rates and the high conversion rates and everything. Once you get to that point, well, let Facebook do the heavy lifting for you, both with CBO and with dynamic creatives. Okay, remember to come up with creatives from all placements, and Facebook will optimize to give you the best combinations for every single placement. Okay, the more you give, the more types of creatives, and from all sizes for all placements, the more Facebook is going to find the best combination for you at any given point in time, and it's going to bring your ad to that placement, or on that placement that's going to give you the lowest cost per result and the higher number of conversions. Okay, very, very important. Remember to shut down losers and move winners to new scaling campaigns. Remember, shut down losers. What I mean, remember, I tend to go at the ad set level, go to 3 to 4 times CPA before shutting out an ad set, because of the time it takes CBO to optimize. Okay, but that is completely up to you. If you want to go 2 times only, that's fine. 2 times CPA, that's fine. Okay, but I would give it a little bit more time for Facebook to do its job and start bringing you good results. Okay, now the next phase of this video is I recommend, there's going to be, as you know guys, there's a lot of ways to scale, but if you want to follow this video, and if you want to see how I do it in a very, very thorough way and in a very detailed way, I encourage you to watch my next video called Scaling to the Moon, 3 stages. That's my method, one of my methods I use to scaling, and the ones that it's bringing me now the best results ever. You're gonna be blown away by that video. It has I go very in depth on how you can scale. So take advantage of it. Watch this one more time. Remember, go back to the Facebook, how to analyze your Facebook ads data. Practice that. Practice, with your ads, analyzing the different scenarios, and then start trimming the fat. Okay, take out those creatives and those ads that are not giving you, are not under KPIs, are not giving you the results at a profit, and then start making annotations on the winners so you can start scaling. So go ahead, watch this video again, practice, and of course I really look forward to seeing you on my Scaling to the Moon 3 Golden Stages videos right away, so you can start your scaling process. Okay, talk to you on the next video, guys. Take care. Bye bye for now.